What's up, everyone? This is Saiyan back once again for some more Let's Play Final Fantasy X in the last part. We finally got into this area after fighting off a shitload of sin spawn. Then we got abducted by some Albed. In this part, we're gonna help them salvage whatever the hell is underneath their ship.
Oh, almost forgot.
But I can't skip this. This basically tells you how the leveling up system is in the game. Instead of doing a traditional leveling up system where you get stats whenever you level up, you actually have to go across an entire map in order to get the upgrades that you want. This is pretty much needed to know in order to get to the higher levels of fights that go on much later in the game, like the later on monsters are even harder than the final boss, for God's sake. And to be honest, I can explain this myself a hell of a lot faster, so I'm just gonna skip through this. In the sphere grid for one person is not the same for everyone else. So you have to go through it with everyone whoever has sphere levels. And by the end of the game, you're going to have pretty much every spot filled on the damn map. Everyone's basically going to come up the same, except for their overdrives, their weapons, and their armor. That's basically the only differences. And one of the few bad things about the game. At the end of the day, everyone's going to end up being the exact same as one another. There's no real big differences in order to have someone stand out. It's kind of sad, really. Yeah, I've seen dumber ways to level up. I've seen 13. Let's skip this off quickly. So, in order to move across the board, you're gonna need sphere levels. Only got one, so we can only move one space. And also, all these little dots across the map will give you something different, like a new move, or a stat increase, and so on and so forth. But in order to get that increase, you need a certain sphere. For abilities, you need the aptly named ability sphere. For the rest of these, you'll need power spheres, magic spheres, and I believe they're called speed spheres. I believe later on there's a fifth one called a fortune sphere. Yeah, it's a fortune sphere, which will unlock these very special nodes known as luck spheres. Let me just try to find one right here. If you want any chance of beating the later on enemies, you will find as many of these things as you can and activate all of them. Believe it or not, attack is not the most important thing here. It's actually luck. Luck determines, I believe, how often you get hit, how often you do a critical hit, and it's one of the most important things you'll ever know. With that out of the way, let's continue with the story.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
And if for some reason you feel that you need to return to the ship, you just press the square button. But there really is nothing else there besides the Albed primer and the save sphere, so let's just move on and follow the chains to our destination. And trust me, this is a long frickin' chain. So, it's basically guaranteed to have you fight at least a couple enemies whilst you swim all the way over there. Like so. Steal from the fish, and for some reason the fish have grenades on them. In this kind of world, I don't really need to ask questions. If you want my strategy, steal as many grenades as you can with Riku. Yes, again, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why they just don't come out and say it. Steal as many grenades as you can with Riku, because you're going to need them for an upcoming boss fight. Another bad thing about the HD remaster, the constant frickin' load times. And if for some reason you find yourself getting hurt, there's a safe sphere right next to you. When in doubt, do the Titus method and just bang the shit out of a monitor. Somehow I don't think that's always gonna work. Normally people could get scared against the whole group of piranhas, but I see it as another opportunity to steal some more shit from them. Even something as crazy as grenades. Piranhas himself usually show up in about each or two things. Let's go for B. The first time, it's almost a guaranteed steal. Riku's attack is obviously not all that great, so you're going to be mainly using her for steal and use commands. Even though later on you can actually teach yourself those same commands. Stupid that they put the camera right in the way of the big, bright red light. But now it's time for a boss fight. This is gross. Obviously not all that great of a boss, if I may be frank. He's only hard if you constantly waste your time, which obviously shouldn't. Steal as many grenades as you can from him, and then proceed to bombard the ever-loving sight out of him with said grenades. And then all will be well. Now, again, you can actually get an overdrive off on him if you get hit enough. As for abilities like Cheer, they stop being effective after the 5th use. At least that's what I run with strategy ads. That range, though, I just can't do really anything. But luckily, Riku can still use his grenades from a distance. Got pretty damn good throwing arm, especially in the water. And let's use a potion on her. She ain't looking too good. And time to bombard him once again. I think you have enough grenades. This fight will pretty much only last 3 or 4 rounds. But you gotta be stealing from a lot to get that to happen. And the item count stops at 99, as per usual with RPGs like this. Special yet. We can't let him do that noxious charge. Time for a pincer attack. Therefore, he won't be able to move. Either being able to just do that from the start is beyond me. And time for him to eat another grenade. Booyah! Even with the overkill. Just what you say when that overdrive is something a bit more fierce. I'm cool with that. At least I got one sphere level and a little bit of money off of that. It's something at least. One thing I neglected to mention is that all of the characters have their own way of gaining overdrives. Titus has pretty much the most straightforward version of that, and just using overdrives over and over again. But other ones become a bit more complex. Let's get down here.
Futra Ersche! Pradanupt van een nek. Hoef, roeftu, tungadib. We, Wicheta!
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I? Huh. Hungry. Whoa! Right on.
Hey! It's because you eat too fast. Hey!
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo! Huh? Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means you.
Um... Who are you guys, anyway?
We're Al Bhed. Can't you tell? Wait, you're not an Al Bhed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Al Bhed is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkand. I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays blitzball there.
Huh? What do you mean, 1,000 years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkand. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way!
You said... You play blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Huh. Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh. My Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place, that I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa, whoa!
Shin! Sinek Musa! Etonic! Etonic!
Whoa! Ah! Riku! Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
Now we get introduced to probably my favorite character in the entire game. But I'm gonna spare the introductions because he'll introduce himself rather than me having to do it. Took the Moon Crest. Those are gonna be very important later on. There's only one Moon Crest. Like I said in the beginning, I'm only gonna be missing out on two specific things, mainly because I don't want to have to pull my hair out trying to get them. Check around the beach, see if we can find anything else that tickles our fancy. There's nothing else. Yeah, that's the first thing you do when you come to someone's island home. Ransack their shit. That's smart, Titus. Let's go meet up with them.
Yo. Hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
You know, amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkin Abes.
What team you say again?
I meant, forget that. I got too, close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is. Or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you. But you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to practice. I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
I just love how clear they made the facial expressions in this version of the game, because in the first version it did not look good at all. Waka, we love you, even with your crazy ass hairdo.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkin was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Xanark and Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just lived life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better, maybe.
Well, certainly a lot of crap has happened in this part, so I think this is a good enough place to stop. Because it's almost guaranteed that I'm not going to make it into the next save point in time. So, next time in Let's Play Final Fantasy X, we'll go and explore this island with our newfound compatriot, Waka. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!